The Galactic Council Hall was never silent. It was a place of loud voices, bright lights, and endless arguments. But today, a strange and heavy silence filled the room. Every council member stood frozen as the main screen repeated the same warning message. All human systems offline. No contact. No activity detected. No one understood what it meant. Humanity controlled dozens of worlds. Their ships filled the trade routes. Their stations protected weak species. Humans were always present, always active, always watching, but now, they were gone. A small scout ship was sent to the nearest human border. When it reached the first colony, the crew felt fear for the first time. Human cities were still there, clean and undamaged, but every street was empty. Every home was abandoned. Machines were powered down but untouched, as if people had simply walked away during a normal day. The next planet was the same. And the next. No bodies. No signs of war. No signs of panic, just silence. Inside the council hall, panic grew. Some species whispered that humans had been planning this for years. Others feared that something terrible had happened to them. A few believed humans had discovered a threat dangerous to share. Then came the final message. The scout ship found an old human satellite drifting above an empty world. On its surface, glowing in bright white letters, was a single sentence. "We warned you. Good luck." Every council member felt a cold shiver. Humanity had not been destroyed. Humanity had not been defeated. Humanity had left, and they left the galaxy to face something. Alone, the council realized one terrifying truth. Whatever made humans walk away was now coming for them. The moment the message, "We warned you. Good luck," appeared on the screen, the council hall exploded with noise. Fear, confusion, and anger burst out like a storm. Species who normally avoided each other now shouted across the chamber. The Varnic elder slammed his claws on the table. Humans would never leave without reason. What did we do? The Syrian diplomats hissed back. Maybe they got tired of protecting you weak races. Soon the entire hall turned into a battlefield of words. Some blamed the council for ignoring human warnings. Others feared that humanity had left because something terrible was coming. No one knew the truth, and that made everything worse. Trade routes began collapsing within days. Human transport ships had always kept pirates under control. Without them, criminal fleets grew bold. Attacks on small colonies increased. Many species begged the council for help. But the council itself was falling apart. While everyone argued, a new problem appeared. Strange energy spikes were detected at the edge of the galaxy. They were small at first, then grew stronger every hour. No known species used such energy. The signals were old, older than the council itself. Some scientists whispered a forgotten name, something from ancient history files that humanity once tried to explain, but no one listened. A damaged pirate ship was later captured, drifting near a border system. The crew looked terrified. Their captain spoke only one line before collapsing. Humans knew. They left because something worse is waking up. The council froze. The room turned cold. Before they could react, a deep signal cut across every communication channel in the galaxy. It was human technology. But the voice was not human. A message began to play. The strange signal that reached the Galactic Council was cold, metallic, and emotionless. Every species paused as the message began to play across the entire galaxy. The voice was not human. It sounded like a machine trying to speak like one. Protocol Sigma Black activated. Humanity has withdrawn. The Council must proceed to Archive World 7. No one in the chamber understood. Some believed it was a trap. Others thought it was an automated system left behind on purpose. But one thing was clear: humanity wanted the Council to find something. After hours of debate, the Council sent a joint team toward the coordinates. Their ship reached a lonely planet floating in a quiet region of space, untouched and forgotten. It was a gray world, covered with abandoned structures, all built in human design. The team entered the main building. Lights activated as they walked, as if expecting them. In the center of the hall stood a tall black monolith. Human technology, ancient, but working perfectly. The machine scanned the group and unlocked a glowing screen. A new message appeared. This archive contains what humanity discovered. You ignored our warnings. Now the danger is your responsibility. The team watched recordings stored by humans hundreds of years, a ghost-strange images of a massive creature-machine hybrid devouring planets at the edge of the galaxy. Humans had been fighting it in secret, pushing it back again and again. One file explained the truth. It hunts civilizations with advanced technology. It grows stronger with every world it consumes. It has awakened once more. The council members felt their hearts sink. As they finished the last file, the ground shook. A loud rumble spread across the planet. Shadows covered the sky. Something enormous moved above the clouds. Something had found them. The sky above, Archive World 7, turned completely black. At first, the council team thought it was a storm. But storms do not make the ground shake. Storms do not warp the clouds into swirling circles. And storms do not roar like ancient monsters. The darkness slowly moved. It was alive. A gigantic shape broke through the clouds. The team stared in horror as the creature-machine hybrid appeared. Its body was a mix of metal and something organic, moving like a giant serpent, but shaped like a massive ship. Red lines pulsed across its skin, like veins carrying fire. Its eyes, if they could be called eyes, glowed with a hungry intelligence. This was the enemy humanity had fought for centuries. This was the reason they had gone silent. The creature scanned the planet. Every device on the council ship malfunctioned. Screens flickered. Weapons shut down. Engines refused to start. It was not attacking, it was feeding. The giant creature opened its mouth. If the circular ring of spinning metal and bone could be called a mouth, and a wave of energy spread out. Human buildings began to dissolve like dust blowing in the wind. Archive data, walls, machines. Everything was being absorbed. One council member whispered, trembling, humans fought. This alone. Before anyone could speak, the creature sent a message, not through sound, but directly into their minds. A deep, ancient voice echoed inside their skulls. The protectors are gone. The shield is broken. We feed. The team barely escaped to their ship, using emergency thrusters. Behind them, the creature wrapped itself around the monolith and swallowed it whole. The council ship jumped into faster-than-light travel, leaving the dying world behind. But the creature did not chase them. It turned toward the center of the galaxy, toward the council worlds. The return of the ancient creature spread across the galaxy like wildfire. Every species felt the same fear. Without humanity, they could not win. The Galactic Council called an emergency meeting. But even the bravest leaders had trembling voices. The creature was moving fast. Every day, new systems went dark. Power grids died. Satellites vanished. Entire moons disappeared from maps. Swallowed whole without a trace. The Council activated every defense plan they ever created. Armies gathered. Battle fleets formed. Old enemies stood side by side, forced to trust each other. But deep inside, they all knew something terrible. Their ships were not strong enough. Their weapons were too weak. Their unity was too late. The first battle took place near the outer colonies. Dozens of council ships fired everything they had. Lasers, missiles, energy beams. The creature didn't even slow down. It absorbed every attack like a hungry storm. Within minutes, half the fleet was gone. A young commander cried out, "We cannot win. We need the humans." But humanity was silent. No one answered their calls. As more systems fell, strange objects began appearing across the galaxy. Small metal spheres, glowing with soft blue light. At first, everyone thought they were enemy devices. But then one sphere activated and projected a hologram of a familiar symbol, the human fleet emblem. Before the council could react, thousands of these spheres flew into battle. They linked together, forming shields that pushed the creature back. For the first time, it retreated. Inside one of the spheres, a message appeared. "Hold on. You are not alone." The entire galaxy froze. If these machines were here, then humanity had not abandoned them. Somewhere in the darkness, humans were preparing for something big. Something final. The council watched the glowing spheres drift across space, forming shields, barriers, and protective walls. They fought with precision, as if guided by invisible hands. But everyone wondered the same thing: where are the humans? Hope began to rise, but fear still ruled every heart. The ancient creature regained its strength and moved again, tearing through worlds as if nothing stood in its way. The council fleets tried to block its path, but they were pushed aside like dust in a storm. Then, the galaxy shook. A deep vibration echoed through space, almost like a heartbeat. Every sensor lit up. Every communication line crackled. A massive tear in space opened long, bright, and silent. A wormhole. And from inside it, a single enormous ship emerged, sleek, dark, and covered in blue running lights. It was unlike any human design seen before. More ships followed. Dozens, hundreds, thousands. A fleet so large it stretched across the stars. The council stared in disbelief. Humanity had returned. Their systems activated worldwide. Every drone, every sphere, every hidden machine aligned with the new fleet. Then a calm, familiar voice spread across.